Hey you, do you want big damage numbers? If so, call 1-800-SCRUB to receive big damage numbers with the Devonia's Hammer package. That's 1-800-SCRUB for big damage numbers. Supplies last, limited time only. That's right, big damage numbers. We're Crucible Knight, and my name is Scrub. I'm an invader, and we're using a Strength Faith build. Here are the stats that you can see right now. We're using 3 weapons. We're using Devonia's Hammer, we're using Ordovis's Greatsword, and we're using Solaria's Tree. Here are my talismans. Here's the equipment that I use, and yeah, with patch 1.14 in action, it has given a major buff to not only Devonia's Hammer, but to colossal weapons as well. And I think I forgot the changes exactly, but the cool thing about it is that the crouch attacks come out really fast. I think they were sped up by 2 or 3 frames, and then there's kind of a bit more of a forward lunge on those crouch attacks, so you cover more distance and it's easier to roll catch. And I'm invading on seamless co-op right now, which is fun because I'm not dealing with easy anti-cheat and artificial latency when invading on PC, which is a common fault, I guess, for a lot of PC players. Well, not fault, just a common problem that a lot of PC players face. So to be able to roll catch consistently with a Colossal Hammer was like unheard of from me. But here we are. We're now roll catching people. Well, not this guy, but we're roll catching people with colossal weapons, which is so cool. And so we're at level 168. Like I said, it's a Strength Faith build, so I have 54 points in strength, so that way I can maximize the scaling of the two-handed damage output. And then I have like 35 faith because it's level 168. Why not? Just might as well invest in some faith. And so I have the Crucible incantations as well, which is like Crucible Breath, the Tail Whip, the shoulder check with the horn, and then the 2 new ones, the what is it? Like the porcupine one, and then the flower one, which is absolute garbage, but it's just a meme at this point. So you get pretty big damage numbers when using a Strength Faith build. So the weapon primarily scales off of faith, but if you invest points in faith as well, I think you're going to do more damage with your Ash of War when putting more points in faith. So to use my for my talismans to maximize the damage of this Ash of War, which is Devonia's Vortex, which is absolutely insane, you can use the Godfrey's icon. It's more of a situational thing to fully charge it, because that thing takes like 2 to 3 business days to land fully charged. Even the uncharged one is pretty slow, but that's okay. It's not like you gotta bait people into it, because there's a good amount of hyper armor that you get with this Ash of War, and since it has a long startup, you can't really use it kind of like how this guy is using his Ash of War. So it's really situational, but when you do land it, you could do upwards to about 2,000 damage depending who you're going against. This guy is a little bit more beefy with his armor, but still, I think I could do like 1,700 damage with the fully charged Ash of War. Check this out. The shoulder check into the fully charged, bam, get pancaked, bro. So yeah, if I'm not using Godfrey's icon, then I am using the two-handed sword talisman, which boosts your weapon damage by 10% in PvP. So with when you're two-handing this, I think it's about 900 and something damage, so you're getting about 80 to 90 more physical damage, or just damage overall with your weapon, which is pretty insane. So like 1016 on a running R2, like that's insane. Yeah, it's great. So the cool thing about this build is that with the Crucible Knight set, I don't know how much of an increase. Oh man, I like totally fumbled my words right there. This music is so epic that's happening in the background. This song like triggers me, to be honest. Like the song that's in the background right now, it's the first like boss, or not the first because you fight the Grafted Scion, but like hearing this when I first opened that gate into Limgrave on my first ever playthrough and fought that that Tree Knight, or what is it? Not the Crucible Knight, but the Tree Sentinel. That's right. I was taken aback. Like, why are things so epic so quickly? I barely just talked to what's his name, Vare. Man, it's been a minute since I've actually played like the story in this game. I just do nothing but PvP now because I'm addicted to it. So it's been I'm like losing all my Elden Ring terminology. This is scary. I'm becoming a fake fan, a PvP fan, but a fake PvE fan. But that's okay. We're at the point in our Elden Ring lifetime where we could just bully all the PvEers because we're a bad red man. I wish that I was still red in Seamless Invasions, but you know, that's okay. It gives me more of an incentive to put effort towards the fashion souls. So the Crucible Knight set is pretty dope, so I can't complain against that. But sometimes you really, if you want to optimize like your poise, you gotta kind of look stupid with some fashion. Bam. There's a lingering effect on the Ash of War when the hammer strikes the ground, so if you're in range of that, you can try to panic roll out of it, but from my observations, it's hard to get, or it's hard to panic roll out of that since it kind of like stacks on top of itself pretty quickly. So which is great. It's so that Ash of War, Devonia's Vortex is pretty much like Ordovis's Vortex, but just like on steroids. Jeez, I remember fighting Crucible Knight Devonia my first time playing the DLC. I think it took me more than 15 times to beat that Crucible Knight. I have no idea why, because I just parry all the Crucible Knights in the base game. That is, they're just so easy at this point. But I don't know, for some reason it took me forever, because I was not expecting that Crucible Knight to do the little flower thing and then to all of a sudden grow 4 more limbs and then just bounce around. What I don't understand either is that one Black Knight that's in this one fort in the DLC that's kind of hard to get to, and then it has one of those Crucible incantations, but you can't even get it. It's like a tongue lick. It's like the Black Knight turned into a lick-a-toad, and it just wants to lick you, and I honestly feel violated by that. I don't even know why we don't have that as an incantation, yet we have the Crucible Bloom incantation, which is absolute garbage. It's not even worth using. It's more so like a PvE incantation, I guess, but otherwise I think it's absolute garbage, and it's not even worth using in a situation like this where you got 2 people, you know, on a somewhat flat surfaces trying to chase you down. But it is what it is, you know. We're Crucible Knight. We have big weapon. We have hyper armor. We could just face trade a lot of things. So since I have like 95 poise, I believe, and with the hyper armor value that comes from swinging a colossal weapon, you can tank a lot of things, including the Ash of War that guy just used. 2,184 damage with that Ash of War fully charged. I don't even know if I had Godfrey's icon on right there, but still, it's amazing. This is my favorite colossal weapon now. So it seems that like patch 1.14 has definitely brought a lot of healthy changes to the PvP dynamic in Elden Ring, but I'm still having a hard time trying to be consistent in it, because I don't know, everyone's kind of done everything at this point, so I'm just here to just be me, to be the scrub that I am. But there's also been good changes that not only have happened to the base game, but seamless as well. So they included the dried finger in seamless co-op. So for those who haven't played the previous Souls game, the dried finger is pretty much like you're allowing other invaders to come into your world. It's like the Taunter's Tongue on steroids, and you can't turn it off. So you can't be a TT solo host abuser and just have blues on and then all of a sudden turn a 1v1 into a 3v1. So yeah, it's stupid. It's stupid. So with the addition of the dried finger, I think that seamless co-op definitely has the right direction going forward with PvP right now, especially invasions. So there's been a lot of fight clubs that I've been getting into when invading. I fought Ouroboros once, and I won against him. It's funny, this is like post patch 1.14, and he was using 2 Falling Star Beast Jaws. He was power stancing them and taking advantage of that really fast crouching attack. But I still won, surprisingly. I don't know how I did, but I did. Go me. So yeah, definitely a lot of healthy changes happening in the PvP scene right now, but that doesn't change the fact that, you know, Elden Ring PvP is still not the best right now, but it is what it is, you know. I'm sorry I haven't been consistent with my schedule here on YouTube as well. Like, I've been getting, or like, if we were to look at my analytics 2 weeks ago, I got like, what, 300 something to subscribers in like, or maybe almost 300 in like less than 30 days, which is pretty insane. So I'm grateful for the growth that this channel has gone through, but sometimes the algorithm just does not want you to succeed, but that's okay. I'm a winner in God's eyes because the battle's already been won the moment Jesus was put on that cross. Can I get an amen? Death has no hold on me. All these solo TT hosts have no hold on me. Blues have no hold on me. I'm unstoppable. I'm a crucible scrub. And check me out. Oh, speaking of crucible, there's I'm gonna spit some wisdom for y'all. I feel like I'm called to do it right now. So there's a verse in Proverbs. This book of Proverbs is all about wisdom, and it says, I think it's Proverbs 17:3 or 13:7. I forgot. The crucible is for gold and silver, but the Lord tests hearts. And so what that means is that when you're putting gold and silver in a crucible, it's a very hot furnace kind of thing. And so when you're putting gold and silver in such intense heat, and yeah, when you're putting it in such intense heat, all those imperfections inside the metals will rise up and then melt away. So you're left with a material that's complete either gold or silver, to the point where you can like see your reflection in it. And so the latter of that verse, saying that the Lord tests people's hearts, is that he puts us through adversity. God puts us through challenges so that we are able to, you know, be disciplined to allow those weaknesses, those imperfections, those impurities inside our hearts to melt away, I guess, through the heat of pressure that comes from the challenges in life. And so the end product is that you have put on a character that is reflecting the goodness of God. And so if you're struggling with any kind of like adversity or challenges, just endure, man. Use the Endure Ash of War IRL, and you're gonna be good, man. You're gonna come out much stronger. You're gonna come out looking much more beautiful. I mean, that's relative, but you know what I'm saying. So encouragement. You just got to keep on trying. You got to keep on just doing it, you know. We're not called to be quitters because we're already winners. Speaking of not quitting, you know, I tried so hard to get a kill with the Crucible Bloom. It seems that this guy in this invasion didn't know what the heck was going on. He didn't have the Sentry's Torch, so this Black Knife was just murking this guy. It sucks when you don't have the Sentry's Torch, because now you're not only fighting me, you're fighting this invisible Black Knife. I love Seamless because you can invade in places like this. The inside of the, what is it? Ordina, liturgical town, when you're trying to light those 3 torches. So there's definitely a lot more variety in places that you can invade in Seamless. So, but yeah, since, you know, you can get stun locked by this Black Knife, I thought this would be a perfect time to use the Crucible Bloom. And I did. And that's what happens when you don't give up. And you didn't give up watching this video. Good for you, because this video is now over. So yeah, like and subscribe. Let me know what builds you want to try. Thanks so much for listening to me talk and watching my invasion gameplay. My name is Scrub, and until next time, I will see you all in the next video. Okay, bye. Be good to yourselves, be good to others, and good will be given back to you. Okay, bye.